Dreamscape presents The Breakout by Ryan David Jahn, narrated by Noah Michael Levine. It is impossible to suffer without making someone pay for it. Every complaint already contains revenge. Friedrich Nietzsche. If an injury has to be done to a man, it should be so severe that his vengeance need not be feared. Niccolo Machiavelli. 1. Layla Murphy was sitting at a small table in El Niño's Pizza, a dingy joint in La Paz, Mexico, 30 minutes west of Juarez by car. Paintings of sugar skulls and men in sombreros hung crooked on the yellow plaster walls. Layla had her hands clasped in her lap, head tilted down, unwashed ropes of hair hanging in her face. She looked at a hangnail on her right thumb, nibbled at it, spat it to the floor, and laced her fingers together once more. A slice of pizza sat untouched on a chipped white plate in front of her, oil pooled in the concaved bowls of the pepperoni rounds punctuating its surface. Layla Murphy had 10 minutes left to live. She had blonde hair and green eyes. She stood 5'5" and weighed just under 100 pounds, but a year earlier, before she'd gotten hooked on heroin, she weighed 130. Her hip bones hadn't jutted, her cheeks hadn't been hollow, her joints hadn't looked like large knots on thin branches. But a lot could change in a year. She was 24, and had she known she was about to die, it might have crossed her mind she was too young to face such a fate. She hadn't had a chance to live her life yet. She'd never even been in love. But she didn't know death was coming for her so soon. People rarely do. "I've seen you struggling with your problem." She looked up at the sound of the voice. The face across from her was pale and handsome and clean-shaven, except for a small patch of stubble on the outside curve of the chin missed during the last shave. The wavy hair was brown, except at the temples, where age had dusted it gray. The eyes were large and brown and glistening with sympathy. The man's name was Francis Waters, and he was a special agent for the Drug Enforcement Administration. He wore a navy two-button suit, probably off-the-rack Armani, a French blue shirt, and a red and brown diagonally striped tie. The brown on the tie matched both his shoes and the leather band on his Burberry watch. It didn't occur to her that a man working for the DEA was unlikely to be wearing a $2,000 suit and a $1,500 watch, nor did it occur to her that he might be getting additional income from somewhere else, from someone else, maybe someone dangerous. If it had, she might have been more cautious. "I think this might be a way for you to escape your current situation," Waters said. "A way to get your life back. I know you want that. I can see it in your..."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?